happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. Now, you guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just about that title alone, you guys are definitely going to want to check this one out. So we got a Wisconsin judge going quickly from robe and gavel to orange jumpsuit and cuffs after getting caught assisting an illegal migrant and evading a deportation arrest, guys. I'm excited to get into this one, so we're not straight into it. All I ask that you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
This might be the start of the era of accountability. Kash Patel tweeted this, but he actually deleted the tweet. Maybe there's some legal reason as to why he shouldn't have had the tweet up. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, I have a saved screenshot here. FBI Director Kash Patel writes, "Just now, the FBI arrested Judge Hannah Duggan of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on charges of obstruction after evidence of Judge Duggan obstructing an immigration arrest operation last week. We believe that Judge Duggan intentionally misdirected federal agents away from the suspect to be arrested in her courthouse, Eduardo Flores Ruiz, allowing the suspect, an illegal alien, to evade arrest. Thankfully, our agents chased down the perp on foot and he's been in custody since, but the judge's obstruction created increased danger to the public. We will have more to share soon. Excellent work, FBI Milwaukee." And so basically it's a continuation of what we've been already seeing. Remember the viral clip we covered, I think, roughly a month ago, where a similar case happened, as federal authorities were attempting to pick up an illegal migrant that was due to be released from prison, or rather, released from a local county jail. The relevant local authorities purposely kept the feds in the dark, refusing to release him into their custody or even coordinate with them at all. And so these federal agents were forced to actually have to camp outside the county jail, waiting for him to be released onto the streets, and then they had to chase him on foot, which obviously creates unneeded danger. Well, now it's basically the exact same thing, except much worse. A sitting judge used her courtroom authority to shield a criminal illegal migrant from federal agents. And according to the report, ICE agents were literally inside the courthouse to detain Ruiz, who, by the way, was facing battery charges, and Judge Duggan didn't just ignore them. She actively misdirected the federal agents and then personally guided the illegal alien and his lawyer back down a hallway, out a side door, and into a public area so he could simply slip away.
According to the criminal complaint, Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Duggan escorted a Mexican national facing battery and domestic abuse charges out of the courtroom through the jury door so that he could evade arrest, and also tried to kick the deportation agents out of the courthouse. Listen here.
Judge finds out, she goes out in the hallway, screams at the immigration officers. She's furious, visibly shaken, upset, sends them off to talk to the chief judge. She comes back in the courtroom, you're not going to believe this, takes the defendant and the defense attorney back in her chambers, takes them out a private exit and tells them to leave, while a state prosecutor and victims of domestic violence are sitting in the courtroom.
That Mexican national, Eduardo Flores Ruiz, was taken into custody during a foot chase, and now Judge Duggan is charged with obstructing and concealing.
Totally freaking insane. That is obstruction of justice. And now, thanks to Kash Patel, these types of situations are being treated like the crimes that they are. But of course, if you listen to the left, it's a totally different story. The usual suspects all over social media are, of course, omitting all the key context in the actual story itself, the details of what actually happened. They're just presenting the surface of the story in vague fashion. Donald Trump is jailing judges, they're screaming. This is fascism. No, you absolute buffoons. This is called enforcing the law. I mean, come on. If you're sitting on the bench and you're using your robe to block federal agents from detaining a violent illegal alien, well then guess what? You shouldn't just get a get out of jail free card. You're not a king. You're a civil servant. You broke the law and now it's time to face the consequences. And again, you Democrats have no room to speak after years of saying that no one is above the law, not even the president. Well, I guess that applies to judges now, doesn't it? And what's crazy is that's not even the only story from just this week, as we've got another headline here of a New Mexico judge caught harboring an illegal gang member. A Democrat judge in New Mexico by the name of Jose Joel Cano just abruptly resigned after federal agents arrested a member of the Tren de Aragua gang, yeah, TDA once again, not being released from his courthouse. No, at his home. You heard that right. A known violent Venezuelan gang member by the name of Christian Ortega Lopez was living in the residence of a sitting judge. The same judge, by the way, who's known for consistently soft rulings, especially on immigration cases. Ortega Lopez had been caught sneaking into the county through Texas. He was briefly held, then released due to overcrowding, of course thanks to Joe Biden, and somehow he ended up living at Judge Cano's residence. Well, now this illegal migrant has been charged for an illegal firearm possession and faces up to 15 years. And Judge Cano, well, he's been slapped with a lifetime ban from the bench, and he and his wife have been promptly arrested. What we are seeing is the justice system completely out of control. And the problem here isn't just 2 judges, it's the entire mindset. We've got woke DAs refusing to prosecute. Actually, speaking of that, that Tim Walz employee who got caught on camera vandalizing multiple Teslas, inflicting more than $20,000 worth of damage across the city? Yeah, well, guess what happened in that case? A woke Soros-funded DA just decided to drop the charges. We've got these mayors of sanctuary cities defending illegal gang members and illegal criminals, and now we've got judges like Duggan and Cano turning courtrooms and their homes into safe houses for criminal aliens. The justice system has been hijacked by ideologues pure and simple, people who believe that their personal politics matter more than the law. And now we have an administration finally doing something about it, and the left is crying authoritarianism, fascism. No, you absolute dummies. That's not the way this works. The Democrats go on and on about the Constitution and laws, the president violating due process, violating laws, violating the Constitution. But they and their minions are clearly the worst offenders. They've turned the justice system into a joke, with activist judges doing their bidding, violating their oaths to office, harboring illegal immigrants, using their courtrooms to sabotage the Trump administration to indict Donald Trump as a candidate. They've obliterated trust in the judiciary, and yet at the same time they have the audacity to lecture us. It's unfrickin' believable, but at least, finally, we're seeing a little bit of accountability. At least to start. Still a long way to go. But hey, a couple activist judges finally getting arrested, and Letitia James now in some serious legal trouble. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Still a long way to go, but I guess not a terrible start.
Yo, there we have it, guys. That one coming from our friend Liberal Hive Mind. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those who want to go over there, check that entire thing out. Also, you guys to go over there and show our friend Liberal Hive Mind tons of love and support. He's a great guy. Oh my goodness, guys. Talk about messing around and finding out. Total FAFO situation that we're seeing play out here. This is the second judge this week. Oh my goodness, it sounds so sweet. Finally, these loony left-wing activist judges are being held accountable for their actions, trying to get in the way, stop the mission and agenda of Donald Trump. We've been seeing it all across the nation in these so-called sanctuary cities, all these officials trying to get in the way and stop the process, impede ICE from being able to do their jobs. Finally, we're seeing folks being held accountable, hold their feet to the fire, and this ought to be an example for any of those other rogue actors out there that want to, step out, stand up against Donald Trump and his mission. And this right here, just show them this clip. Judges being perp walked. Oh my, I couldn't keep myself together. During that little clip, we're seeing judges walked out in handcuffs, helping an illegal migrant evade an arrest. Sounds like a crime to me. I'm so glad to see we're finally starting to see some sort of accountability for these corrupt liberal activist judges. And hopefully this is just the start. Now it's time to start going after the rest of them. And the thing about it is, I think when they get caught doing things like this, committing crimes they knew better. I mean, you're a judge. You know the law. They know better than to commit these crimes. They should be charged, held double accountable. Hit them with double the charge just because you knew better. You knew you were trying to, get over on the system. You thought you were above the law, but we caught you and showed you that no one is above the law, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section, though. Like I said, this is only the beginning. We're going to cover them all here. Any judge, mayor, governor, any of these, you've been seeing all these left-wing loonies acting out of character, and their actions, illegal actions. Finally, this is just the start, tip of the iceberg. I'm telling you right now, more arrests that comes. Definitely hop in the comment section. Comments are open. I'm excited to hear what you guys are thinking about this one. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one week.